What if the key to lasting happiness lies not in what happens to us, but in how we choose to see it? For centuries, Stoicism has offered a roadmap to inner peace, teaching us that true happiness comes from within. This ancient philosophy, practiced by some of history's greatest minds, reminds us that our greatest power is our ability to control our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. In this video, we'll explore 25 timeless Stoic quotes that reveal profound insights into the nature of happiness. Each quote is a treasure trove of wisdom, offering practical guidance on how to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Whether you're seeking clarity, calm, or contentment, these teachings will inspire you to rethink what it means to live a happy life. So let's dive in and uncover the Stoic secrets to lasting joy. Now let's begin with a powerful quote from Epictetus, one of Stoicism's most influential voices. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." At its core, this quote challenges us to shift our focus away from external events, which we often can't control, and instead direct our energy toward our own responses. Epictetus, who was born into slavery and later became a revered teacher, understood firsthand the importance of mastering one's inner world. His life was a testament to the idea that true freedom and happiness come from within, regardless of our circumstances. In today's fast-paced world, where we're bombarded with constant change and uncertainty, this teaching is more relevant than ever. It reminds us that we have the power to choose our attitude even when life throws us curveballs. Whether it's a setback at work, a personal disappointment, or a global crisis, the way we interpret and respond to these events ultimately shapes our happiness. By embracing this Stoic principle, we can cultivate a sense of calm and resilience, no matter what challenges we face. It's a timeless reminder that our inner strength is our greatest asset. Now, let's explore how you can put this wisdom into practice in your everyday life. One practical way to apply Epictetus's teaching is to start by reframing small challenges. For instance, if you're stuck in traffic, instead of letting frustration take over, use the time to listen to an audiobook or reflect on your day. This simple shift in perspective can turn a stressful moment into an opportunity for growth. Another tip is to practice mindfulness when faced with setbacks. Before reacting, take a deep breath and ask yourself, "What's within my control here?" This pause allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. For example, if you receive critical feedback at work, instead of feeling defensive, focus on what you can learn from it to improve. You can also keep a journal to track your reactions to different situations. At the end of each day, write down how you responded to challenges and identify areas where you can exercise more control over your mindset. Over time, this practice helps you build emotional resilience and a sense of inner peace. Remember, it's not about eliminating challenges from your life, it's about cultivating the strength to navigate them with grace and purpose. By applying these strategies, you'll find that even the toughest moments can become stepping stones toward a happier, more fulfilling life. Moving forward, let's delve into the second Stoic quote by Marcus Aurelius. "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This powerful statement shifts the focus of happiness from external circumstances to the internal landscape of our minds. What makes this idea so profound is its challenge to the common belief that happiness is tied to achievements, possessions, or even relationships. Instead, Marcus Aurelius reminds us that true happiness begins with how we choose to think about our lives. Think about it. Two people can face the same situation, yet one may feel contentment while the other feels despair. The difference lies in their perspectives. To illustrate this, consider the story of a farmer who lost his entire crop to a storm. While his neighbors saw it as a catastrophe, the farmer chose to view it as an opportunity to try new planting techniques. Over time, his farm not only recovered but thrived, all because he refused to let his thoughts spiral into negativity. This quote teaches us that happiness isn't something we find outside ourselves, it's something we cultivate within. By mastering our thoughts, we can transform even the most challenging moments into sources of strength and joy. It's a reminder that our minds are our most powerful tool, and how we use them determines the quality of our lives. Building on this idea, let's explore the deeper philosophical principles behind Marcus Aurelius' quote. At its core, Stoicism teaches that our emotions and experiences are not dictated by external events but by our interpretations of them. This aligns perfectly with the notion that the quality of our thoughts shapes our happiness. The Stoics believed in cultivating a mindset that focuses on what is within our control, our judgments, attitudes, and reactions, while letting go of what we cannot control. This is where the true power of this quote lies. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, this teaching offers a sense of agency. It reminds us that even when life seems overwhelming, we have the ability to choose how we respond. This principle is as relevant today as it was in ancient times. In a society that often equates happiness with material success or social validation, Stoicism offers a counter-perspective. It invites us to look inward and find stability in our own minds rather than relying on external validation. This isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is fine. It's about reframing our perspective so that we can navigate difficulties with resilience and clarity. By embracing this Stoic teaching, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace that isn't easily shaken by the ups and downs of life. It's a timeless reminder that happiness is not something we chase, it's something we create within ourselves. Now, let's turn to our third Stoic quote, this time from Epictetus, who said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This powerful statement cuts to the heart of personal growth and emotional resilience. At its core, it's a reminder that our reactions, not the events themselves, determine our experience of life. Think about it. Two people can face the same challenge, yet one might crumble under the pressure while the other finds a way to grow stronger. What's the difference? It's all in the mindset. Epictetus is urging us to see challenges not as obstacles but as opportunities. When we encounter difficulty, it's a chance to practice patience, develop problem-solving skills, and build emotional strength. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. You could choose to get frustrated, honk your horn, and let the situation ruin your mood. Or you could use that time to reflect, listen to a podcast, or simply appreciate a moment of stillness. The situation hasn't changed, but your reaction transforms it. This is the essence of emotional resilience, the ability to adapt and thrive even in tough circumstances. By adopting this perspective, we can reframe challenges as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. This isn't about denying the difficulty of a situation. It's about recognizing that within every challenge lies the potential for growth. Whether it's a career setback, a personal loss, or a simple inconvenience, each moment offers a chance to practice Stoic wisdom. When we focus on our reactions rather than the events themselves, we reclaim our power. We stop being victims of circumstance and become architects of our own happiness. This quote invites us to shift our attention from what we can't control, the external world, to what we can control, our inner world. It's a call to action, reminding us that happiness isn't found in avoiding challenges but in how we meet them. By embracing this mindset, we can transform every difficulty into a lesson, every setback into a setup for success. So, the next time life throws you a curveball, pause and ask yourself, how can I use this moment to grow? Because, as Epictetus teaches, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that truly matters. Let's take a closer look at how this wisdom has played out in real life. Consider the story of Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison under harsh conditions. Instead of allowing bitterness to consume him, Mandela chose to focus on his inner strength and vision for a better future. His ability to react with dignity and forgiveness rather than resentment not only transformed his own life but also shaped the course of an entire nation. Mandela's resilience is a testament to the power of mindset, proving that even in the most difficult circumstances, we can choose how we respond. Another example can be found in the world of business. When Steve Jobs was famously ousted from Apple, the company he co-founded, he didn't let the setback define him. Instead, he used the experience as an opportunity to explore new ventures, eventually returning to Apple with fresh ideas that revolutionized the tech industry. Jobs' ability to reframe a personal and professional crisis into a period of growth illustrates the Stoic principle of focusing on our reactions rather than the events themselves. Even in everyday life, this quote holds immense value. Think about a parent raising a child with special needs. While the challenges can be overwhelming, many parents find strength in their ability to adapt, focusing on moments of joy and progress rather than dwelling on difficulties. These examples remind us that no matter the scale of the challenge, our response is what shapes our experience. By choosing to react with resilience, purpose, and even gratitude, we can turn life's trials into opportunities for growth and transformation. This is the timeless wisdom of Epictetus, demonstrated time and again in both extraordinary and ordinary moments. Now let's explore the fourth Stoic quote, which shines a light on the power of self-control and inner peace. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This profound statement reminds us that true happiness isn't found in controlling the world around us, but in mastering our own thoughts and reactions. By focusing on what's within our control, our attitudes, decisions, and responses, we can cultivate a sense of inner calm even in the face of chaos. Self-control, in the Stoic sense, isn't about suppressing emotions but about choosing how to respond to them wisely. When we stop trying to control the uncontrollable and instead focus on our inner world, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and frustration. Inner peace, then, becomes a natural byproduct of this disciplined mindset. Think about it. When we're able to stay composed during a heated argument or remain steady in the face of disappointment, we're embodying this Stoic principle. It's not that challenges disappear, they're an inevitable part of life, but our ability to navigate them with clarity and composure transforms how we experience them. This quote invites us to shift our focus inward, recognizing that lasting happiness isn't dependent on external circumstances, but on the strength and tranquility we cultivate within ourselves. To put this powerful Stoic principle into action, here are some practical exercises and journaling prompts to help you build self-control and inner peace. Start with a simple breathing exercise. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, pause and take 5 deep breaths, focusing only on the rhythm of your inhale and exhale. This small act can center your mind and remind you that you have control over your response, even when the situation feels chaotic. Another effective practice is to journal daily about the things within your control and those that aren't. Write down 3 aspects of your life you can influence, such as your attitude or effort, and 3 that are beyond your control, like others' opinions or external events. This exercise helps train your mind to focus on what truly matters. Additionally, try a reflective prompt. How would I respond to this challenge if I were completely at peace? Writing out your ideal response can guide you toward calmer, more intentional reactions in real-life situations. Finally, create a morning or evening ritual where you reflect on one thing you handled with composure during the day. This reinforces the habit of self-mastery and builds confidence in your ability to navigate life's ups and downs. By consistently practicing these exercises, you'll deepen your understanding of Marcus Aurelius' wisdom and cultivate the inner strength needed to find lasting happiness. Now, let's turn to a profound insight from Epictetus, who once said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This quote beautifully captures the Stoic emphasis on gratitude and simplicity, 2 virtues that are foundational to a happy life. In Stoicism, gratitude isn't just an occasional feeling, it's a way of living. It's about shifting our focus from what we lack to what we already possess, recognizing the abundance that exists in our lives right now. Simplicity, on the other hand, is about stripping away the unnecessary, the distractions, the excess, and the constant striving for more. Together, these practices help us cultivate contentment and peace, which are essential for true happiness. Think about it. How often do we chase after things we don't have, only to overlook the blessings we've already received? Stoicism teaches us to pause, reflect, and appreciate the present moment. By embracing gratitude and simplicity, we train our minds to find joy in the ordinary and to live with a sense of fulfillment that isn't dependent on external circumstances. This perspective not only reduces stress but also deepens our connection to what truly matters, making happiness a consistent state rather than a fleeting emotion. Now, let's explore some practical ways to bring the wisdom of this quote into your daily life. One simple yet powerful gratitude practice is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, take a moment to write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand sometimes. It's the small, everyday blessings that matter most. This habit trains your mind to actively seek out the good in your life, helping you cultivate a deeper sense of appreciation. Another effective ritual is the gratitude pause. Throughout your day, whenever you feel stress or dissatisfaction creeping in, pause for a moment, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what am I grateful for right now? It could be as simple as the warmth of the sun or the support of a loved one. This practice helps you shift your focus from what's lacking to what's already present. Finally, consider expressing gratitude to others. Take time to thank the people in your life, whether it's a heartfelt note, a kind word, or even a small act of kindness in return. By acknowledging the good in others, you not only strengthen your relationships but also reinforce your own sense of abundance. These practices, rooted in gratitude and simplicity, can transform the way you approach life, helping you find joy in the here and now. Moving forward, let's turn our attention to a Stoic quote that invites us to reflect on the nature of impermanence and the power of acceptance. The quote goes like this: "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. These words, attributed to Marcus Aurelius, remind us that much of what happens in life is beyond our control. What we can control, however, is our response to these events. This perspective is especially relevant when it comes to attachments, whether it's to material possessions, relationships, or even certain outcomes. By clinging to these things, we often set ourselves up for disappointment and suffering. But when we learn to let go, we free ourselves from the weight of expectations and open the door to a deeper sense of peace and happiness. The Stoics teach us that everything in life is temporary, and embracing this truth allows us to live more fully in the present moment. Rather than resisting change or fearing loss, we can learn to accept life as it is, finding joy in the here and now. This isn't about giving up or being passive. It's about cultivating a mindset of resilience and adaptability. When we release our grip on what we cannot control, we discover a profound sense of freedom and contentment. This quote challenges us to shift our focus inward, recognizing that true happiness comes from within, not from the external world. By embracing impermanence and practicing acceptance, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and equanimity, ultimately finding a more lasting and fulfilling sense of happiness. Now, let's explore some practical mindfulness techniques that align with this powerful quote and can help you cultivate acceptance and presence in your daily life. One effective method is the practice of mindful breathing. Simply take a moment to focus on your breath, noticing each inhale and exhale without judgment. This simple act can ground you in the present moment, helping you let go of distractions and worries. Another technique is the body scan meditation, where you slowly bring your attention to different parts of your body, observing any sensations without trying to change them. This practice can help you develop a deeper connection with your physical self and foster acceptance of your current state. Additionally, journaling can be a powerful tool for mindfulness. Each day, take a few minutes to write down your thoughts and feelings, acknowledging them without resistance. This can help you process emotions and gain clarity on what truly matters. Another approach is to practice mindful observation in your environment. Whether it's the sound of birds chirping or the feel of sunlight on your skin, take a moment to fully engage with your surroundings. By doing so, you create space for gratitude and presence in the here and now. Finally, consider incorporating a mindfulness ritual into your daily routine, such as a short meditation or a mindful walk. These practices can help you build resilience and adaptability, allowing you to embrace life's impermanence with a sense of calm and openness. These techniques, rooted in Stoic wisdom, can guide you toward a more peaceful and fulfilling life, reminding you that happiness lies in your ability to stay present and accept what is. Now, let's turn our attention to the seventh Stoic quote, which emphasizes the importance of virtue in achieving true happiness. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be." Be one. This powerful statement reminds us that happiness is not found in external achievements or material success, but in living a life of integrity and moral excellence. For the Stoics, virtue is the foundation of a fulfilling life, encompassing qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By aligning our actions with these virtues, we cultivate inner harmony and a sense of purpose that transcends fleeting pleasures. Living virtuously means making choices that reflect our deepest values, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. It's about striving to do what is right, not just what is easy. This quote challenges us to stop debating the ideal of goodness and instead embody it in our daily lives. When we focus on being good rather than merely appearing good, we tap into a source of lasting contentment. Virtue, according to the Stoics, is not just a set of rules to follow, but a way of being that transforms how we see ourselves and the world. By committing to virtue, we create a life of meaning and happiness that is unshaken by external circumstances. This timeless wisdom invites us to reflect on how we can live more authentically and align our actions with the highest principles of Stoic philosophy. Now, let's explore how we can put this Stoic principle into practice. One way to embody virtue in daily life is through small acts of kindness and integrity. For instance, when faced with a decision at work, choosing honesty over personal gain reflects the virtue of justice. Even in challenging situations, standing by your principles demonstrates courage. Another example is practicing temperance by resisting the urge to overindulge in food, shopping, or distractions. These everyday choices, though seemingly small, build the foundation of a virtuous life. Volunteering your time to help others or speaking up for someone who cannot defend themselves also aligns with Stoic teachings. Virtue isn't about grand gestures, but consistent, intentional actions that reflect your values. By making these choices, you not only strengthen your character, but also create a ripple effect of positivity in the world around you. Virtue in action is about finding opportunities, no matter how small, to do what is right and meaningful. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the path to happiness lies not in debate, but in living out these principles every day. Moving forward, let's turn our attention to the eighth Stoic quote, which offers a powerful perspective on navigating life's uncertainties. Epictetus famously said, "Some things are within our power and some things are not." This statement captures the essence of the Stoic dichotomy of control, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. The idea here is simple yet profound. By focusing our energy on what we can influence and letting go of what we cannot, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. For example, while we can't control the weather, we can control how we prepare for it. Similarly, we can't dictate how others treat us, but we can choose how we respond. This shift in focus empowers us to direct our efforts toward meaningful actions rather than wasting energy on futile concerns. When we embrace this mindset, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience, which are essential for lasting happiness. By recognizing the boundaries of our control, we reduce the burden of trying to manage the uncontrollable and instead channel our energy into what truly matters. This quote reminds us that happiness isn't about controlling every aspect of life, but about mastering our reactions and priorities. Next, we'll explore how to apply this principle in practical ways to further enhance our well-being. Now that we've explored the Stoic dichotomy of control, let's dive deeper into how we can apply this principle in real life, especially when faced with challenging situations. One practical way to start is by creating a mental list of what's within your control and what isn't. For instance, you can't control a sudden job loss, but you can control how you prepare for future opportunities. The act of categorizing helps shift your focus from frustration to actionable steps. Another approach is to practice acceptance. This doesn't mean giving up, but rather acknowledging what you can't change and redirecting your energy toward what you can influence. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, instead of wasting energy on anger, use the time to listen to a podcast or reflect on your day. Journaling can also be a powerful tool. Take a few minutes each day to write about what you've surrendered and what you've actively worked on. This practice reinforces the habit of letting go while staying productive. Additionally, mindfulness exercises can help you stay present and reduce the urge to overthink things outside your control. By consistently applying these strategies, you'll find that challenges become more manageable and your sense of inner peace grows stronger. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate difficulties, but to navigate them with clarity and resilience. Up next, we'll look at how focusing on the bigger picture can further enhance your happiness. Turning our attention to the transient nature of external pleasures, our 9th Stoic quote comes from Seneca, who said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This wisdom reminds us that chasing external pleasures like wealth, fame, or material possessions often leads to fleeting satisfaction rather than lasting happiness. These things are unpredictable and outside our control, leaving us in a constant state of want and dissatisfaction. Instead, Seneca urges us to find joy within ourselves in the present moment where true contentment resides. Internal happiness, rooted in gratitude, self-acceptance, and mindfulness, is not subject to the whims of circumstance. For example, you might feel a temporary high from buying something new, but that feeling fades quickly. In contrast, cultivating a sense of peace and gratitude for what you already have creates a stable and enduring source of joy. By focusing on internal contentment, you free yourself from the endless cycle of craving and disappointment that often accompanies the pursuit of external pleasures. This shift in perspective allows you to appreciate life as it is, rather than constantly seeking more. As we explore this idea further, you'll discover practical ways to detach from materialism and embrace the simplicity that leads to true happiness. Building on Seneca's wisdom, let's explore practical steps to detach from materialism and embrace the simplicity that fosters true happiness. One effective way is to practice mindful consumption. Before making a purchase, pause and ask yourself if this item is truly necessary or if it's just a fleeting desire. This simple act of reflection can help break the habit of impulsive buying and shift your focus toward what truly matters. Another approach is to declutter your living space. By letting go of excess possessions, you create physical and mental space for clarity and peace. Start small, perhaps with a drawer or a shelf, and gradually work your way through your home. This process not only reduces distractions but also helps you appreciate the items you genuinely value. Additionally, consider cultivating a habit of gratitude. Each day, take a moment to reflect on the things you already have, whether it's a supportive relationship, good health, or even a beautiful sunset. Gratitude shifts your attention away from what you lack and toward the abundance already present in your life. Another powerful practice is to engage in experiences rather than accumulating things. Spend time with loved ones, explore nature, or pursue a hobby that brings you joy. These activities create lasting memories and a sense of fulfillment that material possessions cannot provide. Finally, embrace the idea of sufficiency, recognizing that you have enough to be happy right now. This mindset reduces the constant craving for more and allows you to find contentment in the present. By letting go of materialism and focusing on simplicity, you create a richer, more meaningful life grounded in internal happiness. As we move forward, we'll explore how mindfulness and presence further deepen this sense of contentment. Turning our attention to the present moment, let's explore the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, who reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This powerful quote emphasizes the importance of focusing on what we can control, our thoughts and actions, while letting go of what we cannot. It's a call to live mindfully, to anchor ourselves in the here and now rather than being swept away by regrets of the past or anxieties about the future. Mindfulness, as the Stoics understood, is the key to unlocking a deeper sense of happiness. When we train our minds to stay present, we become more aware of the beauty and opportunities around us. It's about noticing the small joys, a kind word, a moment of stillness, or the warmth of sunlight on your skin. These moments, often overlooked, hold the potential to bring immense happiness when we truly tune in. Living in the present also helps us respond to challenges with clarity and calm, rather than reacting impulsively out of fear or frustration. It's a practice that aligns with Stoic principles, teaching us to focus on our inner world and cultivate peace regardless of external circumstances. By embracing the present moment, we not only enhance our happiness but also build a foundation of resilience and gratitude that enriches our lives. As we continue, we'll explore how to incorporate mindfulness into daily routines, making this timeless wisdom a tangible part of our lives. To truly embody the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and live mindfully, start by setting aside just a few minutes each day for focused breathing. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and pay attention to the rhythm of your breath. This simple practice can help ground you in the present moment and clear the mental clutter that often distracts us. Another effective way to incorporate mindfulness is through mindful eating. Instead of rushing through meals, take the time to savor each bite, noticing the flavors, textures, and sensations. This not only enhances your enjoyment of food, but also cultivates a deeper connection to the present. Additionally, try integrating mindfulness into everyday activities like walking or washing dishes. Focus on the physical sensations and movements involved, letting go of any wandering thoughts. Journaling can also be a powerful tool. Set aside a few minutes each evening to reflect on your day, noting moments of presence or gratitude. Finally, use reminders to bring yourself back to the present throughout the day. This could be as simple as setting a timer or using a mindfulness app to pause and check in with yourself. By weaving these practices into your daily routine, you'll gradually train your mind to stay anchored in the here and now, unlocking the happiness that comes from living fully present. Moving forward, let's explore the 11th quote, which reminds us of the profound power of resilience. As Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This simple yet profound statement emphasizes that happiness isn't about avoiding challenges, but about how we choose to respond to them. Life is filled with obstacles, setbacks, and unexpected twists, but it's our attitude and resilience that determine whether these moments break us or build us. When you face adversity head-on, you develop strength, wisdom, and a deeper appreciation for life's journey. Think of it like forging steel. Each challenge is a tempering process that makes you stronger and more resilient. Over time, these experiences become the foundation for personal growth, allowing you to handle future difficulties with greater ease and confidence. By embracing this mindset, you transform struggles into stepping stones, unlocking a sense of fulfillment and happiness that comes from knowing you can weather any storm. Resilience isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving, and it's a key ingredient in the recipe for a truly happy life. Now, let's dive into practical ways to build resilience using Stoic principles. One effective strategy is to practice premeditation, a Stoic exercise where you mentally prepare for potential challenges. By envisioning difficulties beforehand, you're less likely to be caught off guard and more equipped to respond calmly. Another approach is to focus on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and reactions, while accepting what's beyond your influence. This mindset reduces stress and empowers you to take meaningful steps forward, even in tough situations. Journaling is also a powerful tool. Reflecting on your experiences and identifying lessons learned can help you see setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than failures. Additionally, cultivate gratitude by regularly acknowledging the good in your life, even during hard times. This practice shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, fostering a sense of balance and perspective. Finally, surround yourself with supportive relationships and seek out role models who embody resilience. Their stories and encouragement can inspire you to keep moving forward. By integrating these strategies into your daily life, you'll strengthen your ability to navigate adversity with grace and emerge from challenges not just intact but stronger and wiser. Shifting our focus now, let's explore the 12th Stoic quote. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This powerful statement highlights the transformative power of perspective. Many of the challenges we face are magnified by our own thoughts, not by the actual events themselves. By shifting our mindset, we can reduce unnecessary suffering and find greater peace and happiness in the present moment. The Stoics believed that our interpretations of events, rather than the events themselves, shape our emotional responses. When we learn to view difficulties through a lens of opportunity rather than fear, we open ourselves to growth and resilience. For instance, a setback at work might initially feel like a failure, but reframing it as a chance to learn and improve can turn it into a stepping stone toward success. This quote reminds us that much of our pain is self-imposed, and by choosing to focus on what we can control, our thoughts and reactions, we can reclaim our power and find greater joy in life. Next, we'll look at some practical techniques for reframing challenges, guided by this insightful wisdom. Building on this wisdom, let's explore some practical techniques to reframe challenges and turn them into opportunities for growth. One powerful method is to practice gratitude in difficult moments. When faced with a setback, pause and identify one thing you can still be grateful for. This simple shift can help you see the bigger picture and reduce the weight of the problem. Another technique is to ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Instead of focusing on what went wrong, direct your energy toward understanding how the experience can make you stronger or wiser. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of distinguishing between what you can and cannot control. By focusing your efforts on actionable steps and letting go of what's beyond your influence, you reduce unnecessary stress and regain a sense of agency. For example, if you're dealing with a difficult colleague, you can't control their behavior, but you can control how you respond and set boundaries. Lastly, try visualizing the situation from an outside perspective. Imagine how someone you admire might handle the same challenge. This exercise can provide clarity and inspire you to approach the situation with greater calm and purpose. By practicing these techniques, you'll begin to see challenges not as obstacles but as opportunities to grow, aligning with the Stoic belief that our perspective shapes our reality. Next, we'll uncover another quote that delves deeper into the role of internal virtues in achieving happiness. Moving forward, let's turn our attention to a profound insight from Stoic philosophy. Happiness depends on the quality of your thoughts, not the approval of others. This quote reminds us that true contentment comes from within, not from seeking external validation. The Stoics believed that focusing on internal virtues like wisdom, courage, and temperance creates a foundation for lasting happiness. When we chase external recognition, we tie our self-worth to things beyond our control, leading to frustration and disappointment. Instead, by cultivating inner virtues, we build resilience and a sense of fulfillment that isn't dependent on others' opinions. For instance, rather than seeking praise from colleagues for a job well done, focus on the integrity and effort you put into your work. This shift in mindset not only reduces anxiety, but also fosters a deeper sense of self-respect and peace. Authentic happiness, according to Stoicism, is about aligning your actions with your values and finding joy in the act of living virtuously, regardless of external outcomes. This perspective challenges us to look inward and prioritize what truly matters, creating a life of meaning and purpose. Next, we'll explore how this internal focus sets the stage for a deeper understanding of what it means to live a fulfilled life. Shifting our focus to practical steps, let's explore how to cultivate the inner virtues of wisdom, courage, and temperance in daily life. Begin by setting aside time each day for reflection, perhaps through journaling, to examine your thoughts and actions. Ask yourself questions like, did I act with integrity today? Or, how can I respond with courage in challenging situations? This practice helps you align your behavior with Stoic values. Another effective method is to seek out opportunities to practice temperance, such as resisting unnecessary indulgence or avoiding impulsive reactions. For example, instead of reacting immediately to criticism, pause and consider how to respond thoughtfully. Wisdom can be nurtured by reading philosophical texts or engaging in meaningful conversations that challenge your perspective. Finally, courage is built by stepping outside your comfort zone, whether it's addressing a difficult conversation or taking on a new responsibility. By consistently working on these virtues, you'll find that your sense of inner peace and happiness grows, independent of external circumstances. This intentional focus on self-improvement not only strengthens your character, but also deepens your understanding of what it means to live a virtuous life. Next, we'll explore how prioritizing these inner qualities can lead to a more fulfilling and authentic existence. Now, turning our attention to the transient nature of external pursuits, let's consider a powerful Stoic insight. The 14th quote reminds us, "Fame and fortune are fleeting, but true wealth lies within." This statement cuts to the heart of Stoic philosophy, challenging us to redefine what it means to live a rich and fulfilling life. Fame and wealth, while often seen as markers of success, are unreliable and impermanent. They depend on external validation and circumstances beyond our control, leaving us vulnerable to disappointment and dissatisfaction. In contrast, the Stoics teach that lasting happiness comes from cultivating internal fulfillment, by nurturing virtues like wisdom, courage, and self-discipline. When we shift our focus from chasing external rewards to developing our inner character, we build a foundation of contentment that no outside force can shake. This doesn't mean rejecting ambition or success entirely, but rather ensuring that our pursuits align with our values and contribute to our personal growth. By prioritizing inner peace and moral integrity over fleeting accolades, we create a life of purpose and tranquility. This perspective invites us to reflect on what truly matters and to invest our energy in the things that bring enduring satisfaction. Next, let's explore how this inward focus can transform our approach to life's challenges and joys. Shifting our focus from external achievements to internal satisfaction begins with a simple yet powerful practice: self-reflection. Take a moment each day to ask yourself what truly matters to you. Is it the applause of others or the quiet satisfaction of knowing you acted with integrity? The Stoics believed that the key to fulfillment lies in aligning our actions with our core values. Start by identifying what virtues you admire most, whether it's kindness, resilience, or humility, and strive to embody them in your daily life. Another practical step is to detach from the need for external validation. When you catch yourself seeking approval or comparing yourself to others, pause and remind yourself that your worth is not tied to these fleeting measures. Instead, focus on what you can control: your choices, your attitude, and your effort. Gratitude can also play a transformative role. Each day, list 3 things you're grateful for, even if they're small. This practice shifts your attention from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. Finally, embrace the idea that fulfillment is a journey, not a destination. It's about finding joy in the process of growth and self-improvement, rather than waiting for some external milestone to bring you happiness. By cultivating these habits, you'll find that true wealth, the kind that comes from within, is always within your reach. Let's now explore how this inward focus equips us to face life's challenges with resilience and grace. Turning our attention to the 15th Stoic quote, we encounter a powerful reminder: the obstacle is the way. This simple yet profound statement, attributed to Marcus Aurelius, urges us to embrace life's uncertainties with courage rather than fear. The Stoics believed that challenges and unpredictability are not roadblocks but opportunities for growth. By choosing to face the unknown with resilience, we cultivate a mindset that fosters both peace and happiness. Consider this: when we resist change or fear the unexpected, we create unnecessary stress and anxiety. But when we accept that uncertainty is a natural part of life, we free ourselves from the burden of trying to control the uncontrollable. This shift in perspective allows us to approach each day with a sense of calm and readiness, knowing that we have the inner strength to navigate whatever comes our way. It's not about avoiding difficulties, but about transforming them into stepping stones toward personal growth. Embracing this philosophy helps us find joy in the present moment, even amidst chaos, because we trust in our ability to adapt and thrive. This quote reminds us that true happiness isn't found in the absence of challenges, but in our courageous response to them. Embracing uncertainty begins with small, intentional steps that help us reframe how we approach the unknown. One practical tip is to practice mindfulness by focusing on the here and now. When we direct our attention to the present moment, we reduce the mental clutter of worrying about what might happen next. Try setting aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and observe your surroundings. This simple act can ground you and remind you that life unfolds one moment at a time. Another strategy is to adopt a growth mindset. Instead of viewing uncertainty as a threat, see it as an opportunity to learn and adapt. For example, if you're faced with a sudden change, ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can I grow from this experience? This shift in perspective turns fear into curiosity and empowers you to take action. Additionally, creating a daily gratitude practice can help you find joy even in uncertain times. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. This habit trains your mind to focus on the positives, making it easier to embrace life's unpredictability with optimism. Finally, remember that uncertainty is a shared human experience. Connecting with others who are navigating similar challenges can provide support and reassurance. Whether through conversations, support groups, or simply sharing your thoughts, you'll find that you're not alone in this journey. By incorporating these practices into your daily life, you'll gradually build the resilience and confidence needed to face the unknown with courage and find joy in the present moment. Building on the idea of embracing uncertainty, let's turn our attention to the role of self-discipline in cultivating happiness. The 16th Stoic quote we'll explore comes from Epictetus, who once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This powerful statement underscores the profound connection between self-discipline and true happiness. At its core, self-discipline is about aligning our actions with our values, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. For the Stoics, this is essential because happiness isn't found in external circumstances, but in the mastery of our own minds and choices. When we exercise self-discipline, we take control of our impulses and reactions, freeing ourselves from the chaos of unchecked desires. This isn't about denying ourselves pleasure, but about choosing what truly aligns with our long-term well-being. Epictetus believed that self-mastery is the foundation of inner peace and contentment. By practicing self-discipline, we build the resilience to face life's challenges with calm and clarity. rather than being tossed around by every passing emotion or external event. This quote reminds us that freedom and happiness are not gifts from the outside but achievements that come from within. When we commit to mastering ourselves, we unlock the ability to live with purpose, integrity, and joy, regardless of what life throws our way. Now, let's explore how we can put this wisdom into practice. Developing self-discipline begins with small, intentional steps. Start by setting clear goals that align with your values. For instance, if your value is health, commit to a daily morning walk or a mindful eating habit. These small acts build the foundation for larger achievements. Next, create a routine that supports your goals. Consistency is key, and having a structured schedule helps you stay on track. It's also important to monitor your progress. Keep a journal to reflect on your daily actions and identify areas for improvement. This not only reinforces your commitment but also helps you stay accountable. Another effective strategy is to practice delayed gratification. When faced with a temptation, pause and ask yourself if it aligns with your long-term well-being. By choosing to delay immediate pleasure for greater fulfillment, you strengthen your self-discipline. Additionally, surround yourself with supportive influences. Seek out friends or communities who share your values and encourage your growth. Finally, be patient with yourself. Self-discipline is a skill that develops over time, and setbacks are part of the process. Treat each challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow. By taking these actionable steps, you align your actions with your values, moving closer to the freedom and happiness Epictetus spoke of. Turning our attention to the broader view of life brings us to the 17th quote from Seneca, who reminds us, "It is not that we have so little time, but that we lose so much." This powerful statement encourages us to step back and consider the bigger picture, rather than getting lost in the minutiae of daily struggles. By focusing on what truly matters, we can reduce the anxiety that often comes from fixating on temporary setbacks or trivial concerns. Seneca's wisdom invites us to reflect on how we spend our time and energy, urging us to prioritize what brings lasting fulfillment. When we shift our perspective to the larger canvas of life, we often realize that many of our worries are fleeting and insignificant in the grand scheme of things. This broader view helps us cultivate gratitude for the present moment and fosters a sense of peace, as we recognize that our true happiness lies in how we choose to invest our time and attention. By embracing this mindset, we can move through life with greater clarity, purpose, and joy. Now that we've explored Seneca's call to focus on the bigger picture, let's dive into practical ways to cultivate this mindset in our daily lives. One effective strategy is to practice reflective journaling. At the end of each day, take a few moments to write about the events that unfolded, but instead of focusing on the small frustrations, ask yourself how they fit into the larger narrative of your life. This simple exercise can help you see challenges as temporary and joys as part of a greater journey. Another approach is to intentionally seek diverse experiences. Whether it's traveling to new places, engaging in conversations with people from different backgrounds, or exploring unfamiliar hobbies, stepping outside your routine can shift your perspective and remind you of the vastness of life. Additionally, mindfulness meditation can help you detach from immediate worries and connect with a sense of presence and interconnectedness. By focusing on your breath or observing your thoughts without judgment, you can train your mind to embrace a broader view. Finally, consider setting long-term goals that align with your values, as they can serve as a compass, guiding you through life's distractions and helping you stay focused on what truly matters. By integrating these strategies, you'll find yourself less overwhelmed by the small stuff and more grounded in the bigger picture, fostering a deeper sense of peace and happiness. Turning our attention to the role of relationships in our pursuit of happiness, the 18th quote reminds us, "What is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bee." This insightful statement, attributed to Marcus Aurelius, underscores the interconnectedness of our well-being with that of our community. Stoicism teaches that happiness is not a solitary endeavor, but one deeply rooted in our connections with others. Marcus Aurelius, as both a Roman emperor and a philosopher, understood the profound impact of collective harmony on individual peace. This quote invites us to reflect on how our actions affect those around us and how fostering a supportive and empathetic environment can lead to greater fulfillment for everyone involved. By prioritizing kindness, collaboration, and mutual respect, we not only enhance our own happiness but also contribute to the thriving of the communities we are part of. This Stoic perspective challenges us to see our lives not as isolated journeys but as integral threads in the broader fabric of human connection. Let's explore how we can embody this principle in our daily lives to cultivate deeper, more meaningful relationships and a more harmonious world. Building meaningful connections starts with small, intentional actions that strengthen the bonds we share with others. One simple yet powerful way to nurture relationships is by practicing active listening. When engaging with others, give them your full attention, resist the urge to interrupt, and reflect back what you've heard to show genuine understanding. This creates a space where people feel valued and heard, fostering deeper connections. Another way to contribute to your community is by volunteering your time or skills to causes that align with your values. Whether it's mentoring someone, organizing a local event, or supporting a charitable initiative, these efforts not only benefit others but also enrich your own sense of purpose and belonging. Additionally, make an effort to express gratitude regularly. A heartfelt thank you or a kind note can go a long way in reinforcing positive relationships. Finally, embrace the Stoic principle of empathy by considering how your actions impact those around you. Ask yourself, am I contributing to the well-being of my community? By taking these steps, you can build stronger, more meaningful connections and embody the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, creating a ripple effect of kindness and harmony in both your personal life and the wider world. As we shift our focus, let's explore a timeless Stoic reminder that redefines how we approach happiness. The 19th quote encourages us to find joy in the journey rather than the destination. This simple yet profound idea challenges the common belief that happiness is something we achieve only when we reach a specific goal or milestone. Instead, it invites us to savor the process, the steps, and the moments that make up our path. By embracing this mindset, we free ourselves from the pressure of constantly chasing outcomes and learn to appreciate the present for what it is. Stoics believe that true happiness lies in how we engage with life's unfolding journey, not in the fleeting satisfaction of reaching the finish line. This perspective not only reduces stress but also opens us up to finding joy in everyday experiences, whether big or small. It's a reminder that the beauty of life is not in the destination but in the steps we take along the way. Now let's turn this wisdom into actionable steps. To truly enjoy the process, start by slowing down and paying attention to the small details around you. Take a moment to appreciate the warmth of your morning coffee, the sound of birds chirping outside, or even the satisfaction of completing a small task. These seemingly insignificant moments are where joy often hides. Another practical way to savor the journey is to practice gratitude daily. Reflect on what you're thankful for in the present, even if it's something as simple as a kind word from a friend or a beautiful sunset. This shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's already abundant in your life. Additionally, try to approach your tasks with curiosity and openness rather than rushing through them to reach the end. Whether it's cooking a meal, working on a project, or spending time with loved ones, immerse yourself fully in the experience. Finally, remind yourself that life is a series of moments, not just destinations. By finding joy in the process, you'll not only cultivate happiness but also build a deeper appreciation for the richness of your everyday life. Next, we'll explore how self-reflection can further enhance your journey toward happiness. Turning our focus inward, the 20th Stoic quote we'll explore is from Marcus Aurelius, who said, "Look within, Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if thou wilt ever dig. This powerful statement reminds us that true happiness isn't found in external circumstances but within ourselves. Self-reflection or introspection is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. It encourages us to examine our thoughts, actions, and motivations, helping us understand what truly matters and where we might be straying from our values. By regularly taking the time to look within, we uncover the source of our strength, clarity, and contentment. This practice aligns with Stoicism's emphasis on self-awareness and inner virtue. It's not about being overly critical of ourselves, but about gaining insight into how we can live more authentically and harmoniously. Through self-reflection, we can identify what brings us peace and what disrupts it, allowing us to make intentional choices that lead to lasting happiness. As we continue, we'll explore practical ways to incorporate this wisdom into your daily life. Now, let's dive deeper into how you can put this wisdom into action through journaling for growth. One effective exercise is to start each day by asking yourself, what virtues do I want to embody today? This simple prompt encourages you to focus on cultivating qualities like patience, courage, or kindness, aligning your actions with Stoic principles. Another powerful practice is to end your day with reflection. Ask yourself, what moments brought me peace today and what disrupted it? This helps you identify patterns in your thoughts and behaviors, giving you insight into what truly contributes to your happiness. You might also try writing about a challenge you're facing and exploring how you can approach it with self-awareness and inner strength. Consider this question: what is within my control in this situation, and how can I respond virtuously? These prompts not only deepen your understanding of Stoic teachings, but also guide you toward making intentional choices that nurture your inner well-being. By dedicating just a few minutes each day to these reflective practices, you'll gradually build the habit of looking within, unlocking the fountain of good that Marcus Aurelius spoke of. As we move forward, we'll explore another Stoic insight that further strengthens our ability to find happiness from within. Now, let's turn our attention to a timeless Stoic principle that underscores the transformative power of humility. Epictetus once said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." These words remind us that humility opens the door to growth, understanding, and ultimately happiness. When we let go of the need to prove ourselves or cling to our ego, we create space for genuine contentment. Humility allows us to acknowledge our limitations, learn from others, and embrace life's lessons with an open heart. Instead of being consumed by the desire for recognition or control, we find peace in accepting what is, just as it is. This mindset not only reduces stress but also deepens our connections with those around us, fostering a sense of belonging and fulfillment. By practicing humility, we free ourselves from the constant struggle to appear perfect or superior, and instead, we focus on what truly matters, living virtuously and authentically. As we continue our journey through these Stoic teachings, we'll explore how this virtue intertwines with others to create a life of purpose and joy. Now, let's explore how we can actively practice humility in our daily lives, guided by Epictetus's profound insight. Start by embracing the habit of listening more than you speak. When you truly listen to others, you open yourself to their perspectives and experiences, which can challenge your assumptions and broaden your understanding. Another practical step is to regularly reflect on your mistakes and what they teach you. Instead of defending your errors, acknowledge them with honesty and use them as opportunities for growth. You might also try volunteering or helping others without expecting recognition. Acts of service remind us of our shared humanity and keep our ego in check. Additionally, seek out feedback from those you trust, even when it's uncomfortable. Constructive criticism is a gift that helps us see blind spots and improve. Finally, practice gratitude daily. Appreciating what you have and recognizing the contributions of others fosters a sense of humility and contentment. These small but intentional actions can transform how you engage with the world, bringing you closer to the Stoic ideal of living with humility and purpose. As we move forward, we'll uncover how these practices connect to the broader Stoic vision of happiness. Shifting our focus, let's turn to the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, who reminds us, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This powerful quote invites us to embrace change as an inevitable and natural part of life. Instead of resisting or fearing it, Marcus Aurelius encourages us to accept it wholeheartedly. Change, whether it's in our circumstances, relationships, or even within ourselves, can often feel unsettling. Yet, it's through acceptance that we find peace. When we stop fighting against what we cannot control and instead align ourselves with the flow of life, we reduce unnecessary stress and open ourselves to new opportunities. This mindset doesn't mean we become passive, but rather that we approach change with a sense of curiosity and resilience. By accepting change, we learn to adapt, grow, and find happiness in the present moment, no matter what it brings. This Stoic perspective teaches us that true peace comes not from trying to control the uncontrollable, but from embracing life's ever-evolving nature with grace and openness. As we move forward, we'll explore how this acceptance connects to the broader Stoic vision of living a fulfilled and meaningful life. Building on Marcus Aurelius' call to embrace change, let's explore practical strategies to adapt effectively and find stability in the face of uncertainty. One key approach is to focus on what you can control. When life feels unpredictable, identify the areas where you have influence, whether it's your daily habits, your reactions, or your mindset. This small but significant shift can help you regain a sense of agency. Another strategy is to cultivate flexibility. Think of yourself as a tree that bends with the wind rather than breaking. By staying open to new possibilities and being willing to adjust your plans, you can navigate change with greater ease. Practicing mindfulness is also essential. Taking a few moments each day to pause, breathe, and ground yourself can create a sense of calm amidst the chaos. Additionally, reframing change as an opportunity for growth can transform how you experience it. Instead of seeing it as a threat, view it as a chance to learn, evolve, and discover new strengths. Finally, lean on your support network. Sharing your challenges with trusted friends or loved ones can provide both comfort and perspective. These strategies, rooted in Stoic wisdom, can help you not only adapt to change but also find stability and even joy in the midst of life's uncertainties. As we continue, we'll look at how these principles connect to the broader Stoic vision of a meaningful and resilient life. Now, let's turn our attention to a powerful insight about purpose and its profound connection to happiness. The 23rd quote comes from Epictetus, who said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This simple yet profound statement reminds us that true happiness begins with clarity of purpose. It's not enough to simply go through the motions of life. Instead, we must actively define who we want to be and align our actions with that vision. Purpose gives direction and meaning to our efforts, transforming even the most mundane tasks into steps toward a greater goal. When we live with intention, every action becomes a reflection of our values, creating a sense of fulfillment that goes beyond temporary pleasures. Think of it as setting a compass for your life. Without purpose, we risk drifting aimlessly, but with it, we can navigate challenges with resilience and focus. This quote invites us to pause and reflect on what truly matters to us. What kind of person do you aspire to be? What impact do you want to have on the world? By answering these questions and taking consistent steps toward your purpose, you'll find that happiness isn't something you chase, it's something you cultivate through purposeful living. As we'll see next, this idea of living with intention ties deeply into the Stoic pursuit of a meaningful and resilient life. Now, let's explore some practical exercises to help you discover and pursue your purpose, inspired by Epictetus' wisdom. Start by setting aside time for quiet reflection. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I truly want to be? Write down your thoughts without judgment, allowing your deepest values and aspirations to surface. Next, identify the qualities you admire most in others, as these often reflect what you value in yourself. For instance, if you admire kindness, consider how you can cultivate that trait in your own life. Another exercise is to envision your ideal future. Imagine yourself 5 or 10 years from now. What are you doing? Who are you surrounded by? What impact have you made? This visualization can clarify your long-term goals and help you align your daily actions with your purpose. Additionally, break your purpose into small, actionable steps. For example, if your purpose involves helping others, start by volunteering or offering support to someone in need. These small, consistent efforts build momentum and reinforce your commitment to living intentionally. Finally, regularly revisit your purpose. Life evolves, and so do your goals. By periodically reflecting and adjusting, you ensure that your actions remain aligned with your evolving vision. These exercises, rooted in Epictetus' teachings, can guide you toward a life of purpose, fulfillment, and lasting happiness. Turning our attention to simplicity, let's explore a powerful Stoic quote from Marcus Aurelius. He said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This timeless wisdom reminds us that happiness isn't found in the accumulation of possessions or external achievements, but in cultivating a mindset of contentment and clarity. In a world filled with constant distractions and endless demands, this quote invites us to strip away what's unnecessary and focus on what truly matters. Simplicity, as Aurelius suggests, is about more than just minimizing physical clutter. It's about decluttering our minds, our schedules, and our priorities. When we let go of the things that don't serve us, we create space for what brings genuine joy and fulfillment. Think about it this way: every item, task, or relationship that doesn't align with your values or goals can become a source of stress. By intentionally simplifying, we reduce that stress and open ourselves to a more peaceful and purposeful existence. This doesn't mean living a life of deprivation. Rather, it's about choosing quality over quantity in every aspect of life. Whether it's clearing out your physical space, setting boundaries with your time, or focusing on meaningful relationships, embracing simplicity allows you to live with greater intention and ease. Aurelius' message is a call to return to the basics, to recognize that happiness is already within you, waiting to be uncovered through a life of mindful simplicity. By letting go of the excess, you can rediscover the joy of living authentically and fully. Now, let's consider some practical ways to bring this philosophy into your daily life. Now that we've explored the philosophy behind simplicity, let's dive into actionable steps to simplify your life and focus on what truly matters. Start by decluttering your physical space. Go through your belongings and ask yourself if each item adds value to your life. If it doesn't, let it go. A clean, organized environment can bring clarity and calm to your mind. Next, take a close look at your schedule. Identify activities or commitments that drain your energy or don't align with your priorities. Learn to say no to things that don't serve your goals or bring you joy. This creates more time for what truly matters. Another powerful step is to simplify your digital life. Unsubscribe from unnecessary emails, limit screen time, and declutter your devices. This reduces distractions and helps you stay focused on meaningful activities. Also, consider simplifying your relationships. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, and distance yourself from toxic or draining interactions. Finally, embrace minimalism in your daily habits. Focus on quality over quantity in everything you do, from the food you eat to the products you buy. By taking these steps, you'll create a life that's not only simpler but also richer in purpose and happiness. Marcus Aurelius' wisdom reminds us that happiness comes from within, and simplifying our lives is a powerful way to uncover it. Let's move forward and explore how these principles can lead us to inner peace in the next section. Turning our attention to the final insight, we come to a powerful reminder from the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who said, "No one is free who is not master of themselves." This quote brings us back to the core of Stoic philosophy, emphasizing that true happiness begins with cultivating inner peace. Inner peace, or tranquility, is the state of being undisturbed by external circumstances, a state where the mind remains calm and focused regardless of what happens around us. Stoics believe that the key to happiness lies not in controlling the world but in mastering our reactions to it. When we achieve this mastery, we unlock a sense of freedom that no external event can take away. This idea aligns perfectly with Stoic teachings, which encourage us to focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, emotions, and actions, while letting go of what is not. By nurturing inner peace, we build a foundation of happiness that is unshakable, even in the face of life's inevitable challenges. It's a reminder that our greatest power lies in our ability to choose how we respond to the world, and in that choice we find true freedom and contentment. Let's now explore practical ways to cultivate this inner peace and integrate it into our lives, bringing us closer to the Stoic ideal of lasting happiness. Now that we understand the importance of inner peace in achieving happiness, let's explore some practical techniques to help cultivate this calm and serenity in our daily lives. One powerful method is mindfulness meditation, a practice that encourages us to focus on the present moment without judgment. By setting aside just 10 minutes each day to sit quietly, observe your breath, and let go of distracting thoughts, you can train your mind to remain calm and centered even amidst chaos. Another effective approach is journaling, where you reflect on your emotions and reactions to events. Writing down your thoughts allows you to process them more objectively, helping you identify patterns and areas where you can improve your self-mastery. Physical exercise such as yoga or walking in nature can also be incredibly beneficial. These activities not only strengthen the body but also clear the mind, providing a sense of balance and tranquility. Additionally, practicing gratitude can shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life, fostering a sense of contentment and peace. Finally, remind yourself regularly of Epictetus's wisdom by asking, "Is this within my control?" This simple question can help you let go of unnecessary worries and focus your energy on what truly matters. By integrating these techniques into your routine, you can build a foundation of inner peace that supports lasting happiness, aligning with the Stoic ideal of tranquility. As we come to the end of our journey through these 25 Stoic quotes on happiness, it's clear that the wisdom of Stoicism offers timeless guidance for living a fulfilling and contented life. From cultivating inner peace to focusing on what's within our control, these teachings remind us that happiness isn't found in external circumstances but in how we choose to respond to them. Each quote we've explored today invites us to reflect on our own lives, encouraging us to embrace resilience, gratitude, and self-mastery. Whether it's Marcus Aurelius reminding us of the power of our thoughts, or Epictetus urging us to focus on what we can change, these insights provide practical tools for navigating life's challenges with grace and wisdom. As you move forward, take a moment to consider which of these quotes resonated most with you. How can you apply their lessons to your daily routine? Remember, the journey to happiness is ongoing, and Stoicism offers a path that's both profound and accessible. If you found value in these teachings, don't forget to subscribe for more insights into Stoic philosophy and share your favorite quotes in the comments below. Together, let's continue to explore the timeless wisdom that helps us live happier, more meaningful lives.